Hello and welcome. In this lecture, I will show you how to download and install Windows 10 on your VirtualBox virtual machine. First, you'll need to go to Microsoft.com and then Evaluation Center. After that, you'll either need to register a new Microsoft account or sign into your existing account. Once you've done that, you can scroll down and check out the list of products that you can try. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to install Windows 10. So I'll click on Windows and then Windows 10 Enterprise. This takes me to the Windows 10 Enterprise evaluation page, and a key information on this page is that this evaluation license will expire in 90 days. And then I have to select the evaluation file type. So I'm okay with the default file type ISO Enterprise, so I'll click on Continue. Here I need to input some information about myself. I will pause this video and do that. After that, it is asking me to select my platform. So this is the machine type of your system. If you're on a 64-bit machine, then you'll select 64-bit, or if you're on a 32-bit machine, you'll select 32-bit. Most new systems support 64-bit, but double check your system before you choose the file type, otherwise your virtual machine will not run. So I'll click on 64-bit, then I can select my language and I'll click on download, and this should automatically start the download of the ISO file. I've already downloaded the ISO, so I'll cancel out of this. My ISO is right here. Now I can go to VirtualBox and I can create a new Windows machine. I'll call it Windows Client 01. And I'll specify the type as Windows 10 64-bit. This is the exact same type which you chose when you downloaded your ISO. So please make note of that. Then I'll click on Next. From here I can allocate some memory. I'll allocate 4 gigs. I'll click on Next. Yes, I need to create a new virtual hard disk. Here it's asking me to choose a hard disk file type. A key thing to note is that VDI is the native format supported by VirtualBox, VHD is supported by Microsoft, and VMDK is supported by VMware. So because we are running VirtualBox, I'll use VDI. I could have used these two, but there's a possibility that there will be some features that will not work if I choose one of these file types. So we'll leave it as VDI and I'll click on Next. Here I can choose from one of the two storage types, dynamically allocated and fixed size. The difference is that dynamically allocated storage type will fill up space on your physical hard disk as the virtual hard disk fills up, meaning even if you allocate 32 gigs to your virtual hard disk, if you only have 8 gigabytes of storage stuff on your virtual hard disk, it will only fill up 8 gigabytes on the physical hard drive. Fixed size is completely opposite. It will start using all the allocated storage size from day dot. So I'll keep it as dynamically allocated and I'll click on Next. Here I can choose where I want to store my hard disk, and I can specify the space allocations. So I'll leave it as default and I'll click on Create. That has installed my virtual machine. That has created my virtual machine. And I can click on Start Now. So now for the first thing it'll ask is to specify a bootable media. So what I can do now is I can go to Settings, go to Storage, go to Empty here, and I can specify my ISO. So I can click on Choose Optical Drive and click on my ISO for Windows that I downloaded, and I'll click on OK, and then I can restart my virtual machine. So it has detected the bootable ISO and started the installation. From here I can choose the language to install. I'm happy with English. Time and currency format, I'm happy with the defaults. Keyboard or input methods, and I'm happy with the defaults on this as well. But if you're in a different country and you have a different keyboard format, you can choose any of these keyboard formats. Click on next and I'll click on install now. That should start the installation. From here you will need to accept the license terms. If you want, you can scroll up or down and read these terms, but I'll just click on next for now. From here, because this is a fresh copy of Windows, I'll need to select custom install Windows only, and I'll need to choose the hard disk. From this prompt I can actually, if I want, format my hard disk and add new partitions. So instead of 50 gig on one partition, I can allocate different disk sizes to different partitions. So I'll just click next from now, and as you can see, it has started the installation process. Now this takes some time, so I will pause the video and I will resume once this is done. Now as you can see, our OS installation is already done, and it's just setting up various configurations in the operating system. The next screen we'll get is a screen for Cortana. What I'll do is I'll disable the mic on Cortana, and I'll resume the video once I get the Cortana window up. Okay, as you can see, I've disabled the mic for Cortana, and the next screen I get is to select my region. I'm in Australia, so I'll find Australia from the list, click on it and click yes. From here I will need to choose my keyboard layout. I'm okay with the default keyboard layout, but if you are in a country that has a different keyboard layout than the default, you can choose, for example, United Kingdom or any other country, and then click on yes. I don't want to add a second keyboard. Now the next screen wants us to sign in with the Microsoft account. If you want, you can associate your machine with the Microsoft account. You can use the same machine. You can use the same account name that you used to register with Microsoft and download the ISO file. Or if you have a domain set up, then you can click on domain join instead. I'm okay with setting up my machine with a Microsoft account. So I can either type in my email address that is registered with Microsoft, or if the email address is wrong here, it's going to ask me to set up a local account. So if I click on set up Windows with a local account, it's going to ask me to set up a local Windows account. So click on next. I've just given my account an account name. I will type in my password, and I'll need to answer some security questions. These will be used in case you forget your password. So you'll have to answer one of these or two of these to be able to reset your password. Here I can choose to enable Cortana for my machine, or I can choose to disable it. I want to disable it for now, so I'll click on no and click next. From here I'll just accept all the defaults and click on accept. Now as you can see, we have installed our Windows 10 operating system on your VirtualBox. This concludes this lecture. I will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.